Hey man, it's Lil Pwn, and today we're carving this pumpkin because it's Halloween almost. So here we go. And as you can see, each cut is more perfect than the last. I don't give a fuck about this pumpkin. I like to pretend it's one of my adversaries while I carve this bitch. We out here. Smell it. That's the smell of the seasons. You just slice up all this shit. Give it the 1-2. Dump that bitch the fuck out. It's gonna need one more of them. Just like this. There's a process to pumpkin carving. But you gotta treat it like it's your bitch. You bake all those motherfuckers later with some seasoning. Eat them. We lit out here. Step 2 coming up next. Alright, we forgot part of step 1, so we can't proceed on. Step 1 also includes cutting this shit off. Right there. See, that's one quick slice, but now what you're going to want to do is take a little chunk of this also, like this. See this?
Let them see the new tattoo, Pwn. Let them see it up close and personal. Oh yeah, that shit's lit.
Alright, now back to step 1. This right here. See this? You save this for later. This is part of step 3, so we're going to set this aside for now. Continue on. Alright, now we're moving on to step 2. Right here, you get yourself a blunt. Always a swisher, never the wood. Now what you're going to want to do, you're going to want to smoke this. Face the whole thing to yourself. Don't let none of your fucking friends hit this. And for me, I don't need this, but this, you blow a little hit in there, save it for later, because you broke bitches always run out of weed. So you just put the cap on with the weed inside, and save that for later type shit. Now, moving on to step 3. Alright, and now the next step, part of step 2 in fact. After smoking the blunt, you need to go on to the internet and get yourself a kick-ass spooky font. One that looks similar to the Goosebumps. Now that we're on to step 3, you're going to need this. Remember, we set it aside for later. Now you're going to need it. So what you're going to want to do is cut this up. Make sure you hold it correctly so you don't slice your fingers. And just like that, you prepare these in the fridge as mango slices for your enemies. Make sure you serve them on a dirty plate. Alright, now we're moving on to step 4. Alright, now we're on to step 4, man. The stencil. This is one of the most important parts of the entire process, so don't fuck it up. See, what we have here is godsend. But clearly we work smarter, not harder. So if you have your name and you're trying to get a letter that comes up twice, like let's say your name's Quenisha, make sure you use the A 2 times. You want to work smarter, not harder. Anyways, godsend. Now what we're going to do is trace this on the pumpkin, not the flat face fucking side, but the nice round side. You want to get illumination throughout it with your candle. If you use a flat side, it's going to look all fucked up. You look like you don't know what you're doing carving pumpkins. And when you watch Lil Pwn teach you how to make pumpkins, you got to come out right. So here we go. This is the tracing process. If you got a flat face, feel free to lay it down on the flat face. It gives a lot more grip, harder surface to work on. Now you can have 3 pen options. You can go with the ballpoint, the clicker, or the Sharpie. Anybody who's smart goes with the Sharpie, but these are a bitch to find in your crib, so make sure you buy one of these at Walmart before you start. So what we're going to start is the G. We always go left to right. We're going to start just like this. You want to place it correctly, keeping in mind the lower part of your pumpkin is going to be on the porch. The upper part is what people are going to see. Obviously trick-or-treaters are coming in from the top. This and that. Alright, so here we go. Start off with this. And you get yourself a solid G shape. Make sure you go around accurately all of the font so that you actually come up with the correct lettering. In this case, our G is very spooky. Now as you can see, I nailed it. We're going to move on to the rest of the letters and we'll catch up with you later. Alright, you ready, bitch? So we're going to proceed on to step 5. So what we're about to do is cut these letterings out, obviously. But first, we're about to have the snack though. So what's really going on is we about to use these little pieces of shit from Walmart. Nah, we got the real deal, but this shit got the blunt end, obviously. So let me go fetch the right knife. Be right back. Alright, so like I said, that's not a knife. That's a knife. So what you're gonna do is jab into that bitch. Full force. You're not scared of nothing. Just get it. You know what I'm saying? All the way with it, man. There are no mistakes. Bitch, finally we on step 6. Carve it. Carve the living shit out of it. Right there. Hit it with the old 1-2. And we're done. Now, you want to be very careful when you're showing people not to tip your candle over. But this is your finished product. As you can see, it's lit as fuck. So what we're going to do is take it and set it on the porch and leave it until November 20th until it starts to rot. That's it. Alright, this is step 6. This is step 6. And we're done.
What the fuck?
Now what you want to do is be very careful when you're showing people not to tip your candle over. But this is your finished product. So what we're going to do is go outside, set this on the porch, leave it until November 21st when it starts to rot, and have your mom clean it up. In fact, we're going to leave this whole fucking mess here for your mom to clean up and just go play some Fortnite. And that's the end of that.